This is VSiN Daily Morning Bets. Here is your host, Josh Appelbaum.
Hello and welcome to VSiN Daily Morning Bets, a quick 15-minute podcast highlighting the top games and biggest line moves that bettors need to know about each day. Today's Thursday, June 15th.
Game of the night.
For the game of the night, we're going to look toward a quality, not quantity night in Major League Baseball with only 10 games overall. Let's go to a big showdown in the American League West, 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, between the Los Angeles Angels and the Texas Rangers. Currently, we have the Texas Rangers listed as a -140 home favorite, with the LA Angels a +125 road dog, and the total in this game is 8. Now going to this matchup, this is the fourth and final game of a 4-game series. After dropping the first 2 games, the Rangers, who are 42-25, bounced back with a big win 6-3 yesterday, cashing as a -140 home favorite. So in tonight's series finale, we have the Angels 38-32, going with star righty Shohei Ohtani, the two-way star. He'll be pitching tonight 5-2, 3.32 ERA. Meanwhile, the Rangers are sending out fellow righty Nathan Eovaldi, who's been fantastic. They picked up as a free agent from the Red Sox, 9-2, 2.49 ERA so far this year for Eovaldi. So what have we seen across the board here? Well, a little bit surprising. It's Ohtani Day, of course, and this is the one of the most heavily bet games of the day. Anytime Ohtani takes the bump, it's a big public game that the public wants to get down on. However, despite about 60% of bets going with Ohtani taking the plus money with Shohei, we've actually seen this line creep further toward the Texas Rangers. The Rangers opened as low as a -125 home favorite. Now the Rangers are up to -140. I see a couple shops even maybe inching higher to around -145. So right off the bat, this tells me that we have a very unique or rare fade the trendy dog opportunity, because typically the public, they're going to want to bet psychologically biased toward betting favorites, because when they want to put their hard-earned money down on a game, they want to get behind quote-unquote the better team. Just psychologically, it's the safer pick to take the favorite. So 9 times out of 10, public will go favorite. However, every now and again, the public will fall in love with a dog. And when that happens, the dog becomes popular, and therefore the dog becomes trendy. And this is one little phrase that will take you a very long way in sports betting. Don't get behind the trendy dog, fade the trendy dog. And in this case, you got to ask yourself, too, if the public, around 60% of bets are on Ohtani with plus money, he opened up getting, +110, +115. Now, why are they handing out +130 for Ohtani? Why are the odds makers giving you a even bigger plus money payout to back Ohtani when he's the obvious play here that the public is already on to begin with? No, the odds makers aren't here to be charitable or to be nice. They're moving this line away from LA toward Texas for a reason. It tells me because you have a lot of respected money fading that trendy dog and laying this short chalk with the contrarian favorite, Texas Rangers. Now, the Rangers have a pretty good bet split. They're only getting around 40% of bets, but 65% of the money. So a pretty good low bets, higher dollar contrarian bet split here. And then also, if you look at good system match with the Texas Rangers, when you are a home favorite off a win, getting 5 cents of steam or more. So you're at home, you got the crowd, you got the last at bat, you're the favorite, you're expected to win, and you have that steam in your favor, telling you the market is in your direction or moving in your direction. That system play is 110-53 this year, 68%, producing a 9% return on investment. The Rangers, meanwhile, they've been pretty profitable in this spot overall. They're 26-13 as a favorite. They're 29-17 against righties, and they're 22-11 at home. Meanwhile, Texas, 7-1 in Eovaldi's last 8 starts. And Ohtani, as great as he is, at home, he has a 2.66 ERA. On the road, he has a 3.60 ERA. So, again, he's got good numbers regardless, but he has been, better at home, worse on the road. He's on the road tonight. And then also the Rangers going to lean on their bats here. They're hitting 272 versus just 255 for the Angels. Meanwhile, Ohtani, you always got to mention some futures with Ohtani. He is your favorite to win the American League MVP. He's now -250. Next guy closest is Judge at +800. And he's actually the 5th best Cy Young odds at +1200. Shane McClanahan is the favorite at +275. But even though Ohtani's the public play tonight, why is line going to Texas? Tells me Texas is the sharp bet here, guys. I'm fading the trendy dog. Give me Walker, Texas Rangers. I got the Rangers here at -140.
Best of the rest.
For the best of the rest, now let's look toward an American League East showdown. The early game of the day today, 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time first pitch between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. Currently, we have the Baltimore Orioles listed as a -130 home favorite, with the Toronto Blue Jays a +115 road dog, and the total in this game is 9. Now, this is the rubber match of a 3-game series. The Orioles, 42-25, they won the opener 11-6, cashing as a +105 home dog. Then you saw the Blue Jays, 38-31, bounce back with a 3-1 win yesterday, taking care of business as a -110 road favorite. You had Barrios pitch a gem there, actually took a no-no, I think, into the 6th or 7th inning. But for today's early afternoon series finale, Toronto is going with lefty Yusei Kikuchi, who's 6-2 with a 4.34 ERA. Meanwhile, Baltimore counters with righty Tyler Wells, who's 5-2 with a 3.24 ERA. So what have we seen across the market for this game? Well, it looks like respective money is going with the O's, baby, and that's where I'm going here. Give me Baltimore. The Orioles opened as low as a -120 home favorite. Now they're up to -130. So we've seen about 10 cents of steam hit Baltimore, cause this line to move in their direction. The O's have a pretty good bet split. They're getting 63% of bets, but 91% of the money, telling us those bigger, sharper wagers are in Baltimore's favor. Basically, kind of slight public support, but also big, smart money. The Orioles, one of the best angles to bet them today is off a loss. They're one of the best teams in baseball off a loss. So they lost yesterday. When the Orioles lose a game, they come back the next game. They're 17-7, 71%. Baltimore also in this spot has been profitable. They've really raked against left-handed pitchers. They're 16-8 against lefties, facing Kikuchi today. They're 25-7 as a favorite, one of the best records as a favorite, and they're 21-13 at home. Pretty good home record as well. The Orioles also have an advantage in the bullpen, much fresher bullpen here. They've tossed 7.2 innings out of their pen the last 3 games versus 10.2 for the Jays. So if you can get a good start out of Wells, hopefully you can go to the pen and have an advantage there over Toronto. And then also keep an eye on the total here. Pretty good lean to the under. It opened at 9, and you've seen a lot of shops really juiced up 9 under, -115, -120, and a couple actually are inching down to 8.5. And you have seen both these pitchers here, in particular, Tyler Wells, he's been really good at home. 2.49 ERA at home. And you look at Kikuchi, ERA of 5 on the road here. So for the rubber match, looks like money's going Baltimore. It's a pretty low price on a good O's team who's been great after a loss. I'm going with Baltimore, guys. Give me the O's at -130. The dog days of summer and Major League Baseball season is the best time of year to become a VSiN Pro subscriber. Get access to hourly pro tips, best bets from VSiN experts, daily articles, power rankings, and expanded digital content and tools to help you become a better. Just go to VSiN.com/subscribe for more information.
Josh's sweats.
Well, for Josh's sweats, already gave away a couple of them. I'm officially on the Texas Rangers here. I love that this is one of the most heavily bet games of the night, and the public's all over Ohtani at the lines going to Texas. One of the earliest things I ever learned when I got my first job in the industry at Sports Insights was fading the trendy dog. When you see, or reverse line movement for that matter, that's when the line goes away from the popular side toward the unpopular side. And when I was first betting on sports, if I saw this, I said, hey, Ohtani, opening at +115, now he's +130. Boom, let's double down and bet him again. But now I've learned to come to realize that, hey, anything could happen here. Ohtani could win, Angels could win, but in this spot, historically, it's been very much more profitable to fade that trendy dog and back that contrarian favorite with RLM versus taking that trendy dog. So give me Texas. Let's go Nathan Eovaldi. Got the Rangers at -140. And then also just mentioned Baltimore. Hopefully get a winner here to start the day. Isn't it always nice when you win your first game of the day? Knock on wood. It just kind of gets you excited and puts you in the right direction. But I'm going Baltimore. Open -120 up to -130. They've been great off a loss, 17-7. They've really raked against left-handed pitchers. I like the O's to get back on track today after losing yesterday. And then one more bet for you. I was taking a look at the late game here. This is the 10:10 first pitch, 10:10 p.m. Eastern time between the Chicago White Sox and the LA Dodgers. Currently, the Dodgers are listed as a -145 home favorite. Chicago is around a +130 road dog. The total is 9. Now, I'm going to focus on the total here. I'm going to go under 9. I'll tell you the reason why. This is the rubber match. You actually saw the Dodgers win the opener. 38. They're 38-30 on the year. They won the opener 5-1, taking care of business as a -200 home favorite. Then you saw Chicago win yesterday as a huge dog. Chicago's only 30-39, but they won 8-4 yesterday as a +210 road dog. So pitching matchup here, Dylan Cease, righty, going for the Southsiders, 3-3, 4.38 ERA. He'll be opposed by Michael Grove, who's 0-2 with an 8.28 ERA. So why am I taking the under 9? Well, it just kind of looks fishy and looks pretty sharp to me because, number one, public split down the middle 50-50. They don't know where to go with this total. You got half the tickets taken over, half the tickets taking the under. But what's the market doing? The market is showing a 9 opener, 9, minus 110, minus 115 to the under. Now it's 9 under, minus 115, minus 120. So as my buddy Patrick Maher likes to say, painted across the market. That means every book you're looking at is the same. These are all really juiced up under 9, minus 115, minus 120. In a vacuum of 50-50 bet split, you really shouldn't see that much of a juice adjustment. Theoretically, the action's even. We know that not all those, even though the tickets might be pretty much down the middle, the size of the wagers and who they're coming from is the most important thing. And it looks like these larger, bigger wagers are leaning under. Now, you're also kind of in a fishy spot because, Dylan Cease, he actually flirted with a Cy Young last year, but his ERA is almost 4.5. Michael Grove has an ERA of almost 9. I know this is one thing that a lot of, bettors do. They'll just look at the team ERAs, and if, you combine the two, they're higher than what the total is, take the over, they're lower, take the under. I mean, if only sports betting was that easy, it's obviously not. But one guy has an ERA of over 8. One guy's got an ERA almost of 4.5. Yet they're juicing up the under. Just doesn't that seem fishy? Doesn't make too much sense. Also, if you look at interleague unders, when the total is 9 or higher in an interleague game, the under is 64-44 this year, 59%, 14 units won. That means $100 better. Taking every interleague under when the total's 9 or more would be up roughly $1,400. And it's also a return on investment of 12%. So interleague play, basically the lack of familiarity, you don't really match up too often. Therefore, it's an advantage to the pitchers over the hitters. And then also, we've seen both these teams trend under recently. The Dodgers are 4-2 to the under their last 6. And the White Sox have really been an under team, 8-3 to the under their last 11. And also, both these teams, White Sox, they're hitting 236. Dodgers are hitting 242. They both rank in the bottom third of Major League Baseball in batting average here. So it's kind of fishy. A couple of guys with high ERAs are on the bump, yet they're juicing up the under. It's painted across the board, 9 under, minus 115, minus 120. It's an interleague under system match. They both trended under. Kind of both teams who haven't hit great this year. This looks like a fishy, hold your nose and hopefully you can ride this thing out and it's a 5-3 game, that sort of thing. But I'm going under 9 here, hoping to see this thing get down 8.5 throughout the day. Give me the Dodgers White Sox under 9. That about does it for today's VSiN Daily Morning Bets podcast on Thursday, June 15th. But reminder, if you enjoy the VSiN coverage that we talk about, throughout our different podcasts, all of our articles, all of our team of analysts, one of the best things you can do to get more VSiN in your life, it costs you nothing, it's free, is just go to VSiN.com/newsletter, plug in your email, hit submit, and then sign up. Once you do that, you'll be signed up for our VSiN Daily newsletter, which is a great just kind of thing to wake up to, letting you know all the big games you have to be aware of that day, all of our articles, analysts, our team of writers, all their takes that day. It'll let you know what's going on in particular, not just in the sports betting market, but at VSiN and in particular at Las Vegas or in Las Vegas. So sign up for the newsletter, VSiN.com/newsletter. We'd also love for you to become a member of VSiN, a pro subscriber. Go to VSiN.com/subscribe. Only $9.99, $10 for your first full month of service. It's Thirsty Thursday. You're going out to the bar tonight, have a couple drinks, tip the bartender. That's probably more than $10. Boom, you could have paid for a full month of VSiN. Once you get a full month of VSiN, you'll get every single best bet pick sent to your inbox multiple times throughout the day from all the guests and the hosts. You also get a live stream of all the VSiN shows, all the articles behind the paywall, and you'll also get those great DraftKings percentages, letting you know bets and dollars in every game. That's, again, VSiN.com/subscribe. And, of course, follow us on social media. We pump out great sports betting content, clips from all of our shows, links to all of our articles. Give us a follow at VSiN Live. You can follow me at Josh_Insights. Check out the Market Insights pod later today. A couple more MLB games I'm monitoring. Actually, may have a couple of WNBA plays as well. Again, it's kind of the dog days of summer now, but this is when I really grind baseball, and then I get into WNBA a little bit more here. I like WNBA because it's kind of a niche sport. It's not that heavily bet, but line moves are really meaningful because they're driven by wise guys or wise gals like Daniel Alvari, my colleague. So maybe keep an eye out for a WNBA play later today with a couple more baseball hits as well. But that being said, hope everyone has a great Thursday. Good luck. My parting words, as always, or not my parting words, but in the wise words of our godfather at VSiN. Hopefully you can cash some tickets today, tomorrow, and forever, because that's what it's all about. Enjoy the sweats, everyone. Have a great Thursday.